In this video, I want to share my thoughts on the Tamron 28-75 f2.8 Sony E-mount lens. Hi, this is David of Tech for Baba, a channel I share my experiences on how technology can enhance my time with my kids and family as a dad. If this is your first time here, welcome. Please consider subscribing. Today, I want to talk about why I consider the Tamron 28-75 zoom lens, a quick overview of its features, and lastly, how it compares with the Sony 24-105 that I've been using for a couple of years. Stay tuned to see which one I prefer at the end. For a 2.8 zoom lens, Tamron 28-75 is very compact and light. It's only 4.6 inches long, 11.8 centimeters, weighs only 19 ounces, 550 grams, at an affordable street price of $879 US. For comparison, the Sony f2.8 24-70 GM lens is much longer at 5.4 inches, 13.6 centimeters, weighs much more at 31 ounces, 886 grams. What's amazing is Tamron was able to do this without sacrificing too much picture quality. What Tamron had to sacrifice mostly were the lens's build quality and 4mm at the wide end. The lens is very light with good picture quality, as most users have found. It also has a small barrel size, which makes it very easy to carry, especially when I'm traveling with kids. When I travel with my family and kids, any weight I can shave off is a big deal. Since I moved over to the Sony Full Frame camera a couple of years ago, I've been craving for an f2.8 mid-range zoom lens. However, the high price of the GM lens kept me away. Its heavy weight didn't help either. I want a light, all-round travel lens for pictures of my family and kids. Thankfully, I've had the 24-105 f4 lens over the last 2 years. It's only about half the price of the 24-70 GM lens, and it weighs less. It also has an extra 35mm at the long end. The only downside of the 24-105 lens is it's not at f2.8. Its maximum aperture is f4. Now, coming from the APS-C sensor cameras, I was impressed by how much better the full frame camera sensor performs in low light. Hence, during the day, f4 is more than enough to capture fast-moving kids, though the bokeh isn't as nice as an f2.8 lens. At night and indoors, however, it does become challenging as expected. Therefore, I usually have to swap out to an f1.8 prime lens, like this one, the 55, or an f1.4 prime lens for nights and indoors. Now, having a f2.8 lens will certainly give me more flexibility to only carry one lens on some of the day or indoor trips. That's why the Tamron f2.8 28-75 lens is very attractive to me. Not only is it brighter, it is also lighter than my f4 24-105 lens. If I could swap out my 24-105 for the Tamron 28-75, I would get a lighter and brighter lens for my family trips. At the time of this recording in March 2020, I can even sell my 24-105 f4 Sony and buy a new Tamron 28-75 with a little money left over. Imagine that. So, why am I not doing it? What stops me from doing it is the loss of zoom range. I'm willing to give up the longer zoom for a lighter and brighter lens. However, the 4mm on the wide end is hard for me to give up. As a dad, my shots are usually with kids running around in front of a nice wide scenery during our family trips. Since the kids are still young, they're usually very close by, so having a wide 24mm helps me capture them much easier. I do not want to step too far away from them for the shot, even if I have the room to do so. Having said that, Tamron 28-75 is a great first all-around travel lens to get for Sony full frame camera if you don't already have a f2.8 lens or the 24-105 lens. I can certainly see folks getting it over the older f4 24-70 Sony Zeiss lens. For me, since I'm spoiled by having the 24-105 lens, it's hard for me to give up the zoom range for this lighter and brighter lens. f2.8 mid-range zooms do keep on calling my name, so perhaps I will look into the new Sigma 24-70mm lens soon in the future. It's great that we now have many Sony Full Frame lens options. One thing to note about the Tamron lens is its zoom and focus rings are swapped if you're comparing it to a Sony lens. This took a bit for me to get used to. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Is an f2.8 mid-range zoom lens also calling out your names? Are you considering the Tamron 28-75? Share your experiences in the comment section below. If you want to see more videos on how technology can enhance time with our kids and family, please subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, remember to cherish each moment.